In the thunderous chaos of war, amidst the mud and the distant crackle of gunfire, an unsung hero emerges. Not a soldier in uniform, but a loyal companion on for paws. These are the war dogs, the silent heroes whose bravery is often overlooked in the grand sagas of human conflict. Imagine a landscape torn apart by battle, where every path is treacherous and every shadow could hide danger. Now, picture a brave dog, a heavy pack of vital supplies strapped to its back, navigating this perilous terrain. Their mission? To reach soldiers cut off from their lines, to deliver medicine, ammunition, and food that could mean the difference between life and death. These dogs weren't just animals. They were lifelines. They trotted through miles of muddy trenches, their paws sinking into the sodden earth, their bodies trembling not from fear, but from the sheer effort of their task. The sound of explosions would make them flinch, yet they never wavered from their path. Their loyalty was absolute, their focus unbreakable. They were driven by an instinct to serve, to protect the human companions they had bonded with. They would press on, their breath coming in ragged pants, their muscles aching with exhaustion, all for a reassuring pat on the head and the knowledge that they had done their job. Think of the immense trust placed in these animals. Soldiers would watch them disappear into the fog of war, their hearts filled with a mix of hope and anxiety, praying for their safe return. And more often than not, these courageous canines would succeed. They'd arrive at a desperate outpost, their tails giving a weary wag as soldiers rushed to unload the precious cargo. They weren't just delivering supplies. They were delivering hope. They were a furry, four-legged reminder that even in the darkest of times, loyalty and courage could shine through. These incredible dogs asked for nothing in return. They faced the same dangers as the soldiers, yet their stories are rarely told with the same reverence. They were more than just tools of war. They were comrades, friends, and saviors. Their contribution was immeasurable, their legacy etched not in history books, but in the lives they saved and the hearts they touched. So next time you think of heroes, let's remember these brave dogs, the silent, steadfast partners who carried more than just supplies. They carried the spirit of survival. Thanks for watching. If you were moved by the story of these incredible animals, please like this video and subscribe for more stories of unsung heroes. See you next time. Long ago, in a war that tore the world apart, the trenches were deep and the land between them was broken. No man could cross it. No vehicle could pass. But the dogs could. They were loyal, brave, and trained for a task no human could undertake. Before the sun rose, when the air was cold and still, the dogs were fitted with small canisters, messages, maps, urgent orders, not heavy but carrying the weight of entire battalions. They ran through mud-filled craters and tangled wire, through smoke, shelling, and the constant sound of gunfire, sometimes fast and low, sometimes waiting in total silence for the right moment. The soldiers in the trenches watched them go, their hearts pounding with every step the dogs took. Some dogs ran for miles without a break. Their lungs burned, their muscles ached, but they kept running. They didn't understand the conflict. They only understood their mission: get the message through. When a dog arrived, a weary hand would reach out, not to command but to comfort and thank. Fingers trembled as they unscrewed the canister. A message meant a new plan. A map meant a way out. And then, with only a pat on the head, the dogs turned back. The journey back was always more treacherous. The landscape changed with every explosion. The air was thick with gas and fear. The ground shook violently beneath their paws. Sometimes they carried replies. Sometimes they carried nothing but the proof of their survival. Some were injured by shrapnel. Some were lost to the chaos. But many made it. They sprinted between headquarters and the front line, again and again, day after day, without hesitation, without fail. At night, they found a moment of peace, lying beside the soldiers they had saved, silent heroes in a world of noise.